Hello, welcome everyone to our Superpower project. My name is Ali Gonzalez. I'm an author, I'm a director and a project manager. And I am the author of the book, I'm Not Bipolar, I Am Tripolar, A Journey of Self-Discovery and Self-Acceptance. I thank you for being here. It's amazing to be able to share this project with you. At one point in my life, I think this is exactly the project that I needed for myself. If I look at myself 5 years ago, I think I needed to find a purpose. I needed to find really what I wanted to do with my life. And with the pandemic and everything that happened at that time, I wrote my book. I discovered I had a lot of talents that I had put into practice writing the book. But the most important thing is I realized that I had developed a methodology that was helping me to keep myself functional and to have a life worth living. Inspired by what happened to me at that time, I am starting this Superpower project. The important part of this is help women to find their purpose, to fulfill their mission, because we all dream very high. So I thank all of you for being here, and let's start. I think one question that we ask ourselves all the time is my life full of purpose? Because we have so many things that we do. From the moment that we wake up till the day that we end our day, we're doing different things. But sometimes in the day-to-day, we lose ourselves. When we ask about having purpose, we have a different meaning of purpose. For some people, purpose can be the opportunity to help others, or developing their talents, or helping their families, depending on what stage you are in your life and what age you have. We all try to find that purpose. And at any stage, it is important to discover what are your gifts, what are our gifts, and how to unravel our potential. So with this project, we want to help you to discover yours. There's so many talents, so many gifts that people have, and the growth, the vision, everything that we do. I think we all are looking for the best version of ourselves, and we're trying to reach our greatest potential. This is something that happened to me, and I hope you can share with me. At some point, have you felt that so deep inside that you have a superpower ready to be shared with the world? No matter where you work or what you're doing, I think we all have that feeling that we have a gift, that there's something that we want to share with the world, and how important it is to connect in a special way with that purpose. I'm going to share a bit of my story, if that's okay. 20 years ago, I immigrated to Canada from my home country of Colombia, and I was a professional engineer. And at that time, when I came to Canada, I had two small children. They were getting to junior kindergarten and preschool. And I was starting a new life in a new country, completely different from mine, different language. At that time, I didn't even have my English as good as I have it today. So it was a challenge to come. And it was a struggle adapting to the culture, to the weather, because believe it or not, in Canada, it's 6 months of winter, 6 months of, or more. So that was another change. And raising a family of 5 while trying to make a living and starting a new life was a real challenge for me. The pandemic hit. I was 50 years old and I was off for 16 weeks out of work. I wondered what I was going to do to be able to survive, and how it would be in retirement with the uncertainty of that situation. There was 16 weeks without work. No matter how much I had to struggle or how difficult the time was, I really felt so anxious and worried that I wasn't going to be able to make it on my own. So on a weekend, a friend of mine sent me an email, and there was this program called the WOW Book Camp. And it was the first time that they were going to do an online course to write a book. And it was free. I was free. So I got into the WOW Book Camp. And if you read my book, it's a really funny story, because I was so happy that I did it. It really changed my life. And this book is really the center of my life right now. It's about a journey of self-discovery and self-acceptance. And after finishing the book, I realized that my call was to become an author. And that changed everything. I also realized that I had been living for a long time with the frustration of not being able to fulfill all my potential. I was an engineer, I was staying at home, and I was always overqualified for what I was doing. And at the same time, I was feeling I wasn't good enough to reach higher goals. And that brought a lot of frustration. And that affected a lot of my relationships. And at some point, I realized that I was living my life and I wasn't aware of how much I had inside. Then the magic started to happen. I really took away my frustration, wrote the book, and I started to take action. And I put all my strength, all my unique power into this opportunity of writing a book, of becoming the person that I wanted to be. And it started in me an internal revolution that has brought me to where I am today, that I'm trying to pursue my dreams of helping people, of having my own business and fulfill my purpose. So that was a discovery for me, that I had that potential inside of me. There is where the idea of this superpower project came to me. So I now help women to search for and find their inner superpower so they too can live the life of their dreams. And part of the process of discovering that superpower includes making a plan of what we have to do. As a person, check our activities, timelines, resources that we have, our status, check really what we want to do in life. And that's part of what the Superpower Project is about. So the first step for the Superpower Project is to book a discovery call. Because we know in deep inside that we have a superpower ready to be shared with the world. Are you feeling, and I want you to take this to heart, are you feeling you're ready to unravel your gifts and connect in a special way with that purpose? Which do you think is your best way to reach those goals that you have inside? You know what you want. Sometimes it's hard to visualize it or get there, and that's what we're here for. And that's why it's important if you can book your discovery call. It's a 15-minute call where we can chat and discover our potential together. So how does this work? Really, to be able to develop a plan of action, it's very hard to do it on your own. I had been lucky enough to find my publisher, a couple of coaches, both in English and Spanish, that have served me really well. They have showed me how important it is to grow as a person, to spend time and resources on myself so I can grow. And it has brought me to where I am today. And I really could set myself free to work endlessly to develop these programs and to devote my life to help other women achieve those same goals while I do the same thing, the thing that I love the most, that is writing books. So I want to be able, if that's something that you want to do, to give you the opportunity to explore what you want to do. I have a lot of friends. I'm very lucky to say that. And many of them are teachers, lawyers, realtors. They all have something big inside of them. They have the knowledge and that powerful force that we all have inside. There's a way to bring it into the world. There's a way to share it with other people. So for a minute, just for a minute, think, what would be your number one goal? What do you think is your number one goal? What would you like to achieve? Would you like to start a business, develop your career? If you're in retirement, you would like to have a cottage, make it a project for you. Think about that number one goal that you have. And then think about also the challenges that you can face to make that goal a reality. And that was something scary for me because you can't do something on your own. So what happened is when I found the support of my publisher, my coaches, and I started to learn about all these amazing things that you can do, I really understood that those challenges, if I could walk them through with someone else, would be much easier to surpass. So that's part of the Superpower Project. We want to create a community of women who are mind-liked, who think the same, different places, different ages, different circumstances, but that have that desire to leave a mark in the world, and then work on understanding how we can activate this powerful force together and reach out to the stars, because not only the superstars can do that. There's a lot of women who in the corners of all cities shine, even if people are not looking at them. So this is the name of my project. It's called the Superpower Booster Elite Program. This is a booster. This is to help you to reduce that learning curve. It took me 2.5 years to publish my book and to get to the point that I am here today. So I want to give a booster so you can get to a place, a much stronger place, and have a great head start. Because if any woman, and it's funny because I was thinking today in the car, okay, I help women with 10 plus years of experience. And I was thinking, how young can a person be to have 10 years of experience? And it's probably 12. So I was thinking, if you're 12 to 100 or more, you can have and bring that experience into life. I know many young women and boys and girls and people that have all this knowledge, those desires, and they do great things. So what if we can put that experience into practice and discover that superpower? And the most important thing is that superpower can become a side hustle to help you to become financially free. And financially free is different for everybody. But think about you becoming financially free and what it would mean for you. Fulfill your purpose, and at the same time, leave a legacy for the next generations to come. And leaving a legacy is not going to be at the end of your project. I know as I work in this project since the beginning of my book till today, I have started to build a legacy for the next generations. And I want to encourage you and everybody that can see this video to think about that, how you can, from today, start building that legacy. So working with mind-like individuals is the first step to achieve success, the success that we deserve in our lives. It's really hard when you don't have that support. And sometimes the people closer to you might not be able to give you that support. Sometimes we need mind-like individuals that are outside of our inner circle who can help us. And that's why we're here today. I really hope we can build a community of really strong women who would like to do this, to build a muscle, to boost their potential, and to really reach high into their greatest dreams. This is something that I learned probably 2 years ago, is that sometimes people see in us things that we don't see in ourselves. And this was during a very hard moment in my life when I had to make really life-changing decisions. People would see in me things that I didn't see in myself. And when they told me, you're so capable of doing this and this and this, I really did not believe in myself in that way, because I had never sat down to really see what was my potential, what were my dreams. And the pandemic for me brought that opportunity. Being locked, and if you ever read my book, you're going to see what happened during that pandemic. Being locked and by myself taught me more about who I was than I had learned in my whole life. And boosting your potential sounds like everybody can do it, but really it's a matter of taking action and seeing where you can get with the help of others. And learning to trust ourselves. That's really the way that we can really connect with our inner superpower. And knowing that you can do this. If I could get here where I am today, you can do it too. So why don't we dream together to help you to get to that life that you have always dreamed? Our Booster Elite program will help you to develop the superpower in a whole new level. It's really jumping the hoops, not having to have that learning curve that sometimes, like, how do I start my social media? How do I do a post? How do I do things that now are automized? And I wasn't that proficient, and I didn't understand marketing in the way that the world understands it today. I, for example, said, I don't know how to sell things. And you know what? Service is what people need, not sales. And when you offer a product or a service that can help people, then the marketing and the sale is just a byproduct of that. So that is why with the Superpower Project, we want to prepare you so you can really build a program, develop a side hustle that can help you to serve others, to help others. And that will give you not only the financial freedom, but also you will be able to be so proud of what you do. So this is something that I learned, that when you cease to dream, you cease to live. And sometimes in the day-to-day, we forget that we have to keep our dreams open and high, because life is about reaching more of those dreams. That's what makes us wake up every morning. And really, if you think about that superpower, teachers, what's their superpower? Teaching is their superpower. Lawyers, what's your superpower? Helping people. solve things. Realtors, what's your superpower? Helping people to achieve the house of their dreams. All of us can reach that superpower in some way. And even you can, if you're a cook, if you are a hairdresser, if you have any talent, if you do crochet, if you teach, all your knowledge can be put into service of others. And believe it or not, there's something that you can share with the world no matter what. So how does this work? I help women with 10 plus years of experience to apply their knowledge and expertise, find a side hustle to make them financially free, and leave that legacy for the next generations. We will start in a very simple way with a superpower discovery call. So the superpower discovery call is a 15-minute call when we can set the base. What is your goal? What would you like to achieve? What are your challenges, your dreams? And then with that, we can activate a superpower plan of action. That is a 60-minute call where we can really determine which would be the way to go and how we can do it. And actually, this program, the Superpower Booster Elite program, is a good fit for you and for me, and we can work together to do this. And then we will be ready to join the 6-week program. So I'm absolutely convinced that all of you that are seeing this video or that are here in person, you can be your next success story. Just think about how many more things you can do, no matter your age, no matter if you have a job, this could be a side hustle. It's the opportunity that you have to grow and to really become who you're meant to be. So are you ready to create and monetize your goals? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So everything starts with you making one small decision. So I encourage you right now, if you have your phone or you have your camera, to look at this QR code and book a discovery call. Once we can get in a discovery call and we can talk about your dreams, it's going to be so much easier, and then we can move forward. I have a lot of knowledge and things that I want to share with you. It has been the greatest experience of my life, not only to write the book, but to understand how that can help others and how I can put that in the service of other people. So I would like for you to also have the opportunity to create your goals, monetize your goals, and seek how you want to leave your mark in the world. So I just want to repeat to yourself, I am the success story. You are already a success story, no matter where you are. If you're close to retirement, if you're just starting your career, you're in the middle of your life, if you want to stay at home with your children, if you want to go out for work, just to repeat to yourself, I am the success story. Everybody can be a success story because success is determined by who you are, not what you have. So I thank you for being here. I believe that good things take time. It takes time to make up our minds of what we want to do. It takes time to understand what we're called to do and to develop that superpower into a whole new level. But I also repeat, the world is ready for whatever you have to bring, and so are we. So define your own success. I hope that this short presentation can help you to really dig inside of you, try to find which is your superpower, and give us a call. So book your discovery call right now. It is really important. And then if you have that opportunity of getting on a call with me, I'm so grateful. And at the same time, I'm sure that together we can find something very exciting to work on. So thank you so much. I want to thank all of you for participating. I want to thank everybody that is going to see the replay of this video. And I don't know if there's any questions that I can answer. I just want to thank you for being here, and I hope you can join us in our Superpower project.